Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a favorites catch up because I haven't filmed a favorites video since January of this year. So I have about 5 months to catch up on, which we're going to do in this video. It's going to be the same kind of length as the rest of my favorites videos. I've basically kind of condensed everything down to my absolute top favorites from February through June. So I have things from the same kinds of categories as always. Today I've got food items, beauty, fashion, and then TV shows and movies at the end. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to start with food because I have some exciting food items to talk about. First up, I have these matcha powders by the Matcha Reserve. I've got the chocolate matcha, the vanilla, and the strawberry. And by the way, in case you don't know what matcha is, it's basically a super fine ground, specially grown green tea. I used to be really into matcha flavored things about 5 years ago, and I'm kind of on this new matcha kick again. And shout out to the Matcha Reserve. They sent these to me for free to try, and my favorites are definitely the chocolate and the vanilla. The thing about matcha powder is that it's quite strong and bitter, so you only need the tiniest little amount, which means this tin is going to basically last me forever because I like really sweet things. Because it is so concentrated, I only need a little amount, maybe half a teaspoon or even a quarter of a teaspoon, and I will add that to some warm non-dairy milk and then sweeten it with something like agave nectar or maybe even just sugar. Matcha also has a ton of health benefits, like for your immune system, your metabolism, your skin, but I still mostly just eat it for the taste. I also tried dusting some on vegan marshmallows the other day, and it was so good. You can basically just like sprinkle a tiny little bit on anything sweet and it makes it matcha flavored. And it is currently winter here in Australia, so I've really been into the vanilla and chocolate because I can make the hot drinks. But in summer, I'm definitely going to be having more of the strawberry and make like a really yummy sweetened strawberry iced tea. This brand, the Matcha Reserve, they do have a bunch of other products on their website. They also very kindly gave me a discount code for you guys to get 15% off your order. The code is just the Milk Club, and you can use it at thematchareserve.com, and I will throw that right here and of course in the description box below, so definitely go ahead and check that out. The next two food items I have to talk about are actually refrigerated items, so I haven't like got them here to show you guys, but I will insert pictures and cutaways of course. The first one is seriously like life-changing. Oh my god, I cannot believe I did not try this sooner because it is so good, but it is the Follow Your Heart vegan Parmesan cheese. I have the little kind of shaker one of the very finely kind of grated little pieces of the cheese, and you can just shake it over your pasta or anything really that you want to add some cheese to. It is so salty like real Parmesan cheese because Parmesan is one of the absolute saltiest cheeses you can get pretty much. And yes, it will be on the pricier side if you are living in any country where it is imported. I think it's around $9 for a jar here in Australia. So if you're one of those people who's still eating dairy and you want to kind of find some vegan cheese alternatives to try out, this one is seriously got to be number one on your list. It is so good. And then the last item from the food category is the Core de Coco. I'm really sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Core de Coco coconut milk iced coffees. They are seriously so good. The coffee flavor is quite mild. It's not really strong and it doesn't leave that nasty bitter aftertaste. They are very sweet and well flavored. These might be an Australian brand. I'm not totally sure, so I don't know if they are available worldwide. My favorite flavors are the vanilla one. I think it's a vanilla latte, and then I think it's the mochaccino, and that one's really good as well. Now moving on to beauty items. I have a shampoo and conditioner to talk about. Now, I thought that the brand for both of these was Akin, or maybe it's Alchemy. I just find the packaging quite confusing. This one says Alchemy and that's the shampoo, and this one says Akin by Alchemy, so maybe the main brand is Alchemy. But they are from the same collection, which is the unscented, very gentle for sensitive scalps. I do have dry scalp, so I wanted something that was going to be very gentle on that, and there is a difference between dry scalp and dandruff. I think I actually picked these up around January or February this year, and I noticed that my scalp was doing really well after using these for a couple of months, and then I went on my 3-week trip to the United States, and then when I got back, I found that my scalp was very dry again. I think it was also because I wasn't using this shampoo. I didn't bring it with me. I just sort of used whatever was in the hotel. So yeah, I'm super happy with these, and can I just say the conditioner smells so good. It's like, it smells like tea or something. It's got this really nice kind of soothing tea smell, so I love to use the conditioner. Moving on to fashion items. First up, I have this grey hoodie by Weekday, and it kind of looks like your typical basic grey comfy hoodie at a glance, but it has a really beautiful shape and design. It's got these kind of cocoon-like sleeves with a drop shoulder seam, and it's really soft and cozy and thick on the inside. You bet it has that brushed fleece interior that you guys know I love. So yeah, it's just been my staple for winter, and also those months that were kind of leading into winter when I just needed a little hoodie as an easy outer layer that goes with everything. Next, I have a pair of shoes. These are by the brand Truffle Collection, and I picked these up on sale off ASOS. The main reason I got these was because I needed a very lightweight kind of smart, casual little shoe to wear with a more formal kind of outfit for when we went to Vegas, and the nice thin sole means they are really lightweight and good for travel. They're completely synthetic, and the design of it with these little tassels and the burgundy kind of red color reminded me of something from like Alice in Wonderland. It just sort of has that kind of fantasy vibe. I know that they are a little bit unusual. Some people will find them totally hideous. Totally okay. I understand they might not be everyone's cup of tea, but honestly, I just needed something cheap to wear like once, but they actually turned out to be really cute and comfortable. And I think I'll definitely be getting a lot of wear out of these. And my last fashion item could easily be my #1 favorite for this entire 5 months worth of favorites video. And it is this opening ceremony velour tote bag. Earlier this year, I was on the hunt for a casual tote bag that I could just chuck my stuff in and bring with me when I go shopping and run errands. But I wanted it to have kind of a more smart or luxe look to it, you know? I wanted it to be kind of like my nice tote bag. And when I saw these ones by opening ceremony, I was so excited because it was completely like perfect. Also, huge shout out to Olivia, who is one of my subscribers, who helped me acquire this bag because they only had this particular color left in the physical store in New York City because they were sold out online, and she was so amazing and helped me get this bag. And even though it's not in a neutral color, it goes with so many outfits. Next, I have this pair of oval sunglasses by ASOS. I didn't think this trend would come back so fast. I do remember featuring oval sunglasses in my early 2000s lookbook. Here we go. I'll try them on for you guys. And they're just a really fun addition to really any of my outfits because they are so authentically 90s. Okay guys, the sun has officially moved away from where I needed it to be. I've just kind of like shuffled my filming setup. Now moving on to the TV and movies category, and as always I start with my favorite TV shows first. I have my laptop literally like right here in front of me, and I'm just going to go through them very quickly. First up is The Missing. This is a drama thriller series about missing persons, and I definitely preferred season 2. It just gets even better in season 2. I do suggest watching season 1 first though, because you can kind of get to know the main characters a bit better. It's a really awesome show, and the second season has some really good twists. Next up is of course Riverdale. This is a high school drama series based on the Archie comics. I actually wasn't familiar with those comics. I'm not really sure if they were a thing in Australia, so I had never heard of them before. Anyway, it's just a fun show to watch, because when I'm watching these really kind of serious, heavy shows, I just love to have a fun show to watch kind of in between, and it's perfect for that. The fashion is really good. They definitely have some awesome stylists working on the team for that show. The Handmaid's Tale is the next show I have to talk about, which is a dystopian drama series, kind of like a drama thriller, I'd say, and it's based on the book of the same name. It's set in this near future patriarchal society where women have pretty much no rights at all. Easily the best new series of 2017. And my last 3 favorite shows are Silicon Valley season 4, Better Call Saul season 3, and the final season of Bates Motel. I will be sure to link trailers for those in the description box below. And now onto favorite movies. First of all, Beauty and the Beast. And I know people were very picky and critical about the live action version, because I know that like people are very attached and sentimental about the animated version, but for me, I was just super grateful that they made it at all, and I just love the soundtrack and Beauty and the Beast in general, and Disney movies in general. I'm just popping in here to do this in voiceover form with some images, because at this point when I was filming, the light was almost completely gone. First movie is The Blackcoat's Daughter, which is about students who get stranded at their school during winter and encounter a mysterious evil force. This one is extremely creepy and unsettling, but warning, there are some scenes that are quite gory in this movie. Next is Devil in the Dark, which is about 2 estranged brothers who try to reconnect on a hiking trip and encounter a mysterious evil presence. You can probably see that there is a trend here in the type of horror movies that I like. This one is more of an indie or low budget horror film, but I was so surprised with how good it was, and it definitely has some pretty scary moments in it. Next is Get Out. If you haven't heard of it, I will of course link the trailer in the description box below. The Girl with All the Gifts is next on my list. This is a post-apocalyptic zombie horror drama film, I'd say, and it is based on a novel of the same name. It's super similar to the game The Last of Us, if you are familiar with that one. Berlin Syndrome is last on my list, and it's the one that I saw the most recently. I don't want to give too much of a summary of this one because it will give away too much, and I'd recommend not even watching the trailer. It's definitely a thriller though. I wouldn't really call this one a horror movie. So that is it for my February to June favorites for 2017. I will do my best to get back into making these videos on a more regular basis. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next one.